Good evening. Welcome here to Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So we're here with the end of the week, the last show of the week. What's new? Coming out hopefully at 8 o'clock. Probably be a little bit late. I didn't get home till later from the trailer today. So, anyways, we're doing what's new. We're doing this album, The Chronicles of Father Robin. This is Book 3, Magical Chronicle. That's the name of this one. I was holding off on this because I still hadn't done Book 1 in my look back, so I just did that not too long ago. So I decided it's time to do the Chronicles Book 3. I haven't got Book 2. I've tried to get it, keep not finding it, and then losing it, and now I'm back to looking for it again. So now we're at, this is what's new, Chronicles of Father Robin, Book 3, The Magical Chronicle. I don't like the cover as much on this one as the first album, although the music is brilliant, to say the least. It's just fantastic. I think this is probably going to end up being the one I like the most of the three, but we're going to talk a little bit about it. So first, it was released the 24th of February 2024. So it's been a while now since it's come out. On studios, it was at Beck Studios, Steinhardt, and Stefan Kirkin and Wildhagen Studios. Also, this album is about 34 minutes in length, so it's a little bit shorter than the first book. On the Old Oak Records and Charisma Records label, produced by Eric Beckenheim. Yes, Eric Beckenheim. So I'm going to give you the musical instrumentation via the book this time. There's so much in here, like the length of the instrumentation is quite lengthy. So we got again Andres Wettergreen Strawman Prestmo. He's doing vocals. Fender Lone Star Stratocaster, Gibson Les Paul Studio, the Olson Instrument Fabric number 2, and the Gibson SG electric guitars, the Tamahine Santa Fe 12-string, Freshman's FA 250D 6-string, and Garrison 6-string acoustic guitars, Chandler Precision Bass, Kawaya SK 240, and the Oberheim OB8, and the Visconti M30 Intercontinental Electric Organ, glockenspiel, and also some percussion. So the guy pretty much plays just about every guitar you can think of on this. The thing you're going to find with this album, as you will with the first album and probably the second album as well, is that most of the instrumentation was released before 1975. They wanted to recapture that golden era of classical progressive rock feel to it, and they certainly did that. Then you got John Andre Nielsen. He's playing. I'm going to just talk about the instruments. I'm not going to name every single thing. Bass. He's playing pretty much just the bass, electric bass guitar, and backing vocals as well. Henrik Harmer, drums, percussion, and backing vocals. Thomas Hagen Cabal, guitars and electronic sound effects. Sorry, backing vocals. I am very tired today, more tired than I've been in a long while. Alexandra Morozov, Morozova, sorry, vocals. She does vocals on some parts as well. Flute, Hammond and Fender Rhodes, Yamaha grand pianos, church organ and backing vocals as well. That's for Regina Meyer, in case I forgot her name, which I think I did. Regin Meyer, sorry. Forgot his name in case I did. I apologize for that. Special guests on this, Hakam Ofton. He's playing the Hammond organ, also the mellotron and some Solona strings. Christopher Mumrak playing, wow, I don't even know what this is. The Bokla Music Il Bearing Model D. I'm not sure what that is. So somebody who knows these instrumentations will just have to pipe up and tell me what they think. Okay, and there's one other additional thing here, and I'm trying to find it. It was written in the, oh yeah, okay. Additional keyboards recorded at LFF Enterprise by Lars Fredrik Frosley, who is of Wobbler Extract. So there you go. That's the instrumentation on the album. Kind of lengthy. The book actually documents it. If you get a chance, you can go online and look at the inside of the book, perhaps, and get a real kind of serious view of what's going on. So there are 5 tracks on this album, and you'll have to bear with me. This was on that rack that fell that time. A bunch of them got broke. I don't know how many was ultimately. I think there was about 20 that got, the shells got broke. I'm just going to put this back in here so as not to lose it. And there we are, almost like brand new, but not like brand new, but almost like brand new. So there you go. That's the cover there. Yeah, not as spectacular a cover as the first album. I haven't seen the second one yet. As you know, I haven't seen that yet. So we're going to talk a little bit about the tracks. So there are 5 tracks on this album. The opening track is about 6 minutes long, Magical Chronicle. Starts out with this kind of classical medieval opening, pretty much led by the string section. Then you've got this upbeat prog sound coming in, and then the guitar gets heavier, as well as the rhythm section getting heavier at the same time. So you got a more heavy guitar and a more heavy rhythm section starting to dominate throughout the song. I find the vocals on this particular track, as on some of the other tracks, very Yes-like. His vocal range is within that John Anderson sound. I don't think he sounds like John Anderson. I don't think you would mistake him for John Anderson, but definitely sounds like he belongs in that same range. Next up is the song Sky Lumber. That opening track, by the way, I like that quite a bit. This song I like even better. It opens up with a kind of a quiet acoustic bit, somewhat reminiscent. The sound is somewhat reminiscent of the album Trespass. The song, the beginning at least, feels like it could be coming off of Trespass, the Genesis album. But the vocals, again, very John Anderson-like, although you would not mistake it for his voice. I just want to reiterate that. I'm not saying it sounds like John Anderson. I'm saying he definitely has the sound part and the vocal range of John Anderson. When I say sound part, I mean he tries to mimic it a bit, but he doesn't sound like John Anderson. You wouldn't mistake him. At any rate, you'll know what I mean when you hear it. A catchy multi-instrumental, this one. Really, really well done song. And some very Yes-like flavors as well to the entire track. It ends with a kind of a spacey hollow effect, almost like something you might hear off of a Hawkwind album, although that didn't enter my mind until I just started thinking about it now. So it's got that those kind of spacey effects that you get off Hawkwind, but it doesn't really sound like Hawkwind either. The next track out, Cloud Ship. This is another really solid track. It opens with an organ with a synth part going on, very close to the edge, like this particular track. Like this could be on that album, or it could be a song within that time period of Fragile through Tales of the Topographical Ocean era. I think it would fit in that era very well. Again, another strong Anderson-like performance here. Excellent acoustic guitar parts throughout this track, really adding to that close to the edge flavor. Multiple harmonies that are just absolutely killer here. And it kind of ends with an acoustic guitar synthesizer part. Yeah, a really catchy song. Another one. I'll be honest, I loved all 5 of the tracks on here quite a bit. The next track, Empress of the Sun. This may be my favorite track on the album. It's definitely a really different sound to it. Really good too. So it's got a really heavy guitar and keyboard part. It has some more Yes-like vocals, catchy beat, heavy riff. The drum part is also catchy here. The bass organ chiming in to kind of fill in that void, that background part. The guitar is a catchy bit with a nice guitar lick going on here. And then there's some really strong melodies that are absolutely fantastic on this particular track. And then it ends off with the longest track on the album, Lost in the Palace Garden. And it opens with a kind of a catchy harmony, vocal harmony here. Classical guitar, and on almost Lord of the Rings feel to it. It kind of alternates between that quiet, subdued part and a very heavy guitar-dominated part. So there's kind of a movement up and down a little bit there. Keyboard's creating its own atmosphere, so it's kind of backgroundish at first, and it comes a little forward after a bit. This is a strong rhythm section throughout the entire track, creating that total atmosphere of this song. It ends with this waves in the shoreline sound, so it's kind of a natural setting to end it off. A really good song, strong. The whole album is proliferated with nothing but 8s, I think. 8s moving to 9s. This is going to end up being, of the 3 albums, I'm predicting this will be my favorite by the time it's gone through its time in the playlist and everything. It'll end up being my favorite of the 3. But it's hard to say. The only reason I say that is because Book 2 has been talked about a little bit on other channels and stuff, and some people feel it's not as good as the other 2. And the people that are saying that, I kind of trust their instincts on it. So I'm thinking that from that statement and the stuff that I've heard, that this will probably end up being my favorite part of the 3-book or the 3-album concept album that they did here with the Chronicles of Father Robin on AORE, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, just absolutely killer. I'm looking forward to getting that second album so I can get on and listen to the whole 3 of them together. But there you have it. So that's the Chronicles of Father Robin, book number 3, The Magical Chronicles. I hope you'll have to excuse me. I'm not fully awake. Anyways, back to what I just said. I hope you've enjoyed the Chronicles of Father Robin, Book 3, The Magical Chronicle here. Please like and subscribe. That's much appreciated. And if you got any comments about any of the 3 albums, especially about this one, you can put those in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. This will come out probably a little bit late, has almost recorded now. It's a little, just almost on top of 8, and I have to go and upload it first before it'll come up. So hopefully it won't be too late past its deadline, and you'll get a chance to enjoy it tonight. So take care and have a good one. Yours truly, Murph here at Prog Monster. Goodbye.